What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chewed Up and Spit Out. As always, I'm just Dusty.
And I'm still Jeff.
And I'm Timmy, a.k.a. the Fat Chef.
And with us today, we have our guest returning, Joe, a fantastic fucking chef from, well, you put yours in the kitchen. And, man, it's good to have you back on. I'm sorry to see you going through, like, the fucking physical struggles as, like, the Rona and...
Yeah.
Man. Well, you got the oxygen tank working. You're going to fucking get back on top of that horse, all right? You know, so, I mean, yeah, we're rooting for you.
I don't get the
Yes. Well, okay. Here's a fun one. So here we are the day after Valentine's Day, which I kind of like would prefer to call the Bangover fucking brunch day. You know, I'm glad I'm not fucking working brunch right now because there's gonna be a lot of like either angry or happy fucking customers that are all deuces.
Yeah. I'm sad. I need biscuits and gravy. I'm spent. I need biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, I mean, this is my first Valentine's Day that I hadn't had to work, so that's kind of awesome for me.
Yeah.
Good on you. I mean, shit. Fucking, I put in my time yesterday, you know, picked up a shift. Now, the funny thing was, you know, I was offered the shift, like, hey, you know, you want to come and help out? And I'm like, well, okay. As a professional, I have no choice, but as a philosopher, I have way too many choices going on here. This is going through my head while I'm trying to figure out to pick up a fucking shift. Yeah, take the money, buddy. I guess I'm
right. I wouldn't have wanted to work yesterday. Everywhere we went, hell, I had my name on 2 different wait lists just because the waits were so long. It's like, let's see which one we get.
Yeah.
Well, shopping around, not a bad idea. Whichever hostess calls you first, you know, that's where you're eating.
Yeah. Where did you guys end up going for Valentine's Day?
Merkin.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm hearing nothing.
I only had 1 bottle of wine because by that point I'm surprised they served us. Well,
nice.
we did what's called the sip and stroll in Cottonwood yesterday.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
It sounds like Mardi Gras or
They give you
something.
a bag and you get your own little wine glass they give you, and you go from winery to winery, and they give you, you know, you taste their products.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah.
So,
That sounds like a good, like a booze cruise. I mean, on foot and all that jazz.
Yeah.
part of the Arizona wine trail bullshit. I don't know.
Wow.
Funny enough, though, the best wine we had was at Merkin.
Oh, imagine that.
They did a great job, man. I don't know. All the other places just didn't even compare.
Wow, righto. Like, you know, longtime fan of Maynard and all his projects. It's nice to see that he's still like doing a quality fucking job, or at least has people hired for him to do it. You know.
Well, yeah, Kendra's always hoping that we'll run into him when we're down there. If that's the case, you just start, the easiest way to know that's going to happen is if you start taking Brazilian jiu-jitsu downtown Cotton.
Yeah.
And then you'll definitely. You actually probably end up rolling around on the floor with him.
Yeah. You'll get a real intimate.
I don't care for you.
Yeah. Get a real intimate experience. Like, so I met Maynard, and then next thing I know, his legs were both up in the air, wrapped around my shoulders, and then he choked me. We weren't fucking.
I guess that'd be a different Bangover for.
Yeah, it's a whole different Bangover. I mean, seeing the videos too, that's another option, I think, is you just run and jump behind the bar or in the kitchen and start moshing, and eventually he'll come out and choke you out for like 5 minutes.
I think there's that one footage of a concert you had maybe in the late 90s where a fan like got on stage or whatever and came over and he acted like, I'm going to give you a big old hug, and then like just hip tossed him and like put him in a fucking rear naked chokehold and like sang the rest of the fucking song.
Yeah. I assume that's what happens if you try to walk behind the line in his fucking vineyard. Out of nowhere, he just choke slams you and he's just holding you down, still telling people, oh, did you get that Chablis to fucking table 5?
And still singing sweetly in your ear.
Yeah. Who are you to wave your finger?
Are you drinking a proofy ass like coffee drink?
Oh yeah, I'm
Starbucks
drinking
right
a
here?
fucking. I got like a 40 ounce of coffee right now. I am flying high.
I do not condone this, folks.
Yeah,
I do not condone this.
Yeah, the mix up is way safer when Dusty drinks booze.
Jeez.
Jeff, do you remember the time that I drank a gallon of coffee because you wanted the coffee girl to come sooner rather than later?
Yes, I do actually, and I even like asked her out on a date. Thank you. I had a plan, and you helped me facilitate that plan by drinking like a gallon of coffee. And all we got
for somebody that doesn't drink coffee at all, that's a lot of coffee in like 4 hours.
I was pretty goddamn worried about you, Timmy, there for at the end. You were not yourself.
Yeah, I was not feeling
3
super
sips
great.
of coffee and I'm running for the toilet.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Sure, some porcelain got chipped on Timmy's behalf for me. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Although, our buddy Jamie said that wasn't even a lot of coffee. And I was like, well, for somebody that doesn't drink it at all, that was a whole lot of coffee.
Yeah, that's a lot of coffee. A gallon of liquid is a lot of any liquid. Like anyone who
Right.
looks at a gallon of liquid going into your body and they're like, pussy, that's not a lot of
Yeah,
liquid.
but Jamie's one of those, he could drink 2 pots of coffee by himself every morning.
Well, yeah, and he was saying that he probably drinks close to like a gallon of coffee a day because it's like
Yeah,
a thermos in the morning and all this other
I'm like
stuff.
quick and
Like,
to the point. Give me a double shot of espresso and just get to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I dig it. I'm more of a shot in the dark fan where just like give me like a strong black coffee with a fucking shot of espresso in it. I'm golden.
Yeah.
yeah, I like dirty chai. That's my coffee drink of choice.
Oh, I'm
Gross.
everyone's fucking high school girlfriend when it comes to coffee. Like every one
Yeah,
of
it
you
looks
dated
like
me in high school. Like I want it froofy. I want caramel and shit drizzled up in that bitch. I want whipped cream.
I was about to say it looks like you have a caramel macchiato as is right now.
Yeah, it's caramel frappuccino.
Oh, there you go.
Fancy. Yeah. I want my coffee blended and cold because I
With
spit
soy
in the
milk.
face of God.
Okay, what's the old joke? I like my coffee like I like my women
Ground.
without a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot and black.
Yeah, see the first time I ever heard the coffee one, someone just ruined it for me right away because they went full serial killer. Yeah, and so after that it was like I find it hard to find it sexual after that last guy said he likes them ground up and stored in an airtight container. Yeah.
That's only on Sundays. Come on now.
Before.
Jeez.
Yep. I grew up around some weird fuckers.
I'm sitting right here, Dusty.
Yeah. And that's why you don't try to tell silly jokes with Vietnam vets.
Goddamn.
Speaking
Like
of
weed.
jokes, do you know what a SEAL's favorite subject in school was? Or is, rather?
I do now because I follow you.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Art.
You son of a bitch.
I know.
Womp, womp, womp.
You're lucky I don't have my womp womp.
That deserved a womp for sure. But,
Womp
yeah.
womp.
Well, not too
So where
shabby.
do you get all these? Do you get these off the internet? Because I know you have to run out at some point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I ran out a long time ago.
You've been telling shitty jokes now for like 2 years straight, I think, And
Well,
that was
I
after a
did
year
it-
break.
Yeah, I did it for a whole year, and probably after the first like 60 days, I was out of my own jokes that I knew personally. So
Is that when you kidnapped a middle-aged, overweight dude and hit him in your basement? Just go down and poke him every day. Give me a dad joke, fucker. I haven't seen my kids in 10 years.
I didn't kidnap myself. Come on now.
I only remember certain ones. I don't know why. Like the what do you call a nun that sleepwalks?
A
Roman
Catholic.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
shit.
good one.
That's not bad. That's not bad. All right.
That would damn near kill me.
Yep.
Roman candle.
You like that one, huh?
And that was the joke that killed Dusty.
Somebody bring another oxygen tank. Fuck.
Yeah.
I know.
Sorry, I had to put that one in there, Joe.
No, this one's on a coal machine. It doesn't have a tank. It makes its own oxygen.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're in the future.
It concentrates oxygen from the air.
Oh,
nice.
That actually is good you mentioned that. That's the follow-up to my next question, which was going to be, why don't we have those in space? Yeah, well, question answered. Yeah. Not a lot of air to condense out there.
Dusty might get cut off of his coffee here pretty soon. Keep him coming, buddy.
Yeah.
You could become an oxygen connoisseur, because I tell you, the stuff that comes out of the tank is definitely better than what comes out of this machine.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
I know.
Wow. Never even thought about that, actually. Makes sense, though.
I tell you, to go into that weed store yesterday, it's like the best weed I think I've ever smoked in my entire life.
Oh yeah.
And it was packaged like something that you would, like, I bought it at Walmart. It had a fresh seal on it. I had to remove the seal. Yeah.
Remove the fresh saver seal.
Yeah, but it was expensive. $65 an eight.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Was it grown in Arizona by chance? Do you know?
Was it grown in Arizona? Yeah, indoors.
Yeah.
Indoor grow by it's called Alien. I want to say Alien Labs. I think it's somewhere.
I don't know.
Somewhere near Payson.
Okay.
It seems like that'd come out someplace like by Roswell. I don't know.
These places, apparently, it's not the same as in Colorado. Like, Telluride Bud Company, they grow their own bud. They just have a 5-gallon bucket of it sent to the dispensary, and they have somebody in the back breaking it down into eighths and grams.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Everything here is like a packaged product that was packaged and sealed, and like the cap on the container that it came in is like a prescription cap. You have to, childproof. You have to push it down and spin it.
And you got it open.
Come off.
And you got it open, Joe. Good on you.
It only took him 3 tries.
I was a little too drunk yesterday to get it open. But
Nice.
Yeah, that's insane, though. It's all packaged like that. It's wild, too, thinking about weed coming out of Arizona, because the timing-wise, I'm wondering if there was, there had to have been a grace period for people who came out, when it first got legal. Like, I got some weed grown in Arizona. Like, well, you didn't start that when it was legal, fucker. That shit takes time to grow.
What they did was, where I went yesterday has been, it's a dispensary. It's been in business for years, several years at least, but it was a medical dispensary. Okay. So medical marijuana has been legal here. So what they did is, when it recreationally went legal, they automatically gave the medical dispensaries licenses to sell recreational. Okay. And then they allotted X amount of other licenses that they're going to let, people purchase, which those have already been purchased. Unlike Colorado, they're not going to allow more. I mean, there's one here in Prescott. There's one in Cottonwood. There's, a handful around the Phoenix area, but it's not going to be like Durango here where I live, with 18 friggin' dispensaries.
Yeah.
More dispensaries than Starbucks.
Yeah. For being as small of a town as we are, there are a lot of options for weed.
Well, weed and coffee, yes.
Yeah.
I'd say weed, coffee, and liquor. I mean, there's nowhere to live there, but you can get stoned, drunk, fucking speedy on top.
Go through the 3 cycles of caffeine, liquor, and weed, then repeat.
The repeat, yeah.
Can't pay rent.
Again, though, I thought it was expensive in Durango, but there's an actual 600 square foot duplex for sale right now in Jerome, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
It for the low price of $650,000.
Judas Priest.
That's a lot of nickels.
That is a pile of nickels.
For an apartment-sized duplex? Jesus.
No,
Actually,
shit.
that's almost a question. I bet you could build a house out of nickels with all the nickels that you would spend on that house.
Just thinking.
There's not even a store in town.
That's
There's not even a liquor.
There's not even a store in the town.
All right, I'm doing bad math. I'm doing bad math here, but I'm guessing that's 500,000 nickels. You know, I don't know if I missed a decimal point in there, but fucking 650,000. That's a lot of fucking nickels. 1.8 mil.
Yeah.
Sorry, still morning.
Break down how many nickels that is per square foot.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, actually, that's a good question because that would be how we would know if we'd have enough nickels to build it. How many nickels are we paying per square foot? How many nickels go into building a square foot worth of nickels?
It's like the shitty apartment I lived in Durango. The worst place I've ever lived was probably a good $200 per square foot.
Yeah.
Damn.
You went in there, Tim. You remember that place?
Yeah, the one. Okay, yeah. The one that was kind of downtown or whatever.
I could spread, but it was 6 feet wide.
Yeah, that was a tiny spot.
Shit. 6 feet wide.
It was a hallway. It was a hallway with a bedroom at the end of it.
Yeah, pretty much, and a little kitchen.
Yeah,
a little cutout kitchen in the hallway.
We just stand in the kitchen and stand in the kitchen and do coke.
Yeah, that may have happened a time or two.
Did you have the full 4 burners in the kitchen, or was it that janky 2-burner thing?
It was so small, there was no reason to even use the damn furnace. You just turn the oven on and open the oven door.
Jeez. And $200 a square foot? I don't know, man. That's rough.
Well, I know Trout lived there with my dog for about 6 months.
Yeah.
Leroy still hasn't forgiven me about that, though.
Oh. You mean Leroy got a contact drunk?
Waiting over. Well.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Trout, man. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
May that fellow rest wherever he wants to. We were always cool with each other, you know. Didn't know him as well as you guys did.
Yeah.
But
that's life.
Okay, so I had like an idea here. Give you guys a quick second to think about it. But what mythological character would you ever want on your kitchen brigade? I mean, I know it's
a centaur.
That's a horrible choice, but okay, go ahead and explain.
A half man, half horse, all in your kitchen line, running your brigade.
Yeah. Is he wearing pants?
I mean, maybe he's just the runner, you know. He goes from kitchen to table to kitchen to table because that motherfucker can run.
Okay, there you go. But you got it a little better. But you still, I mean, you got horse shit coming all over the place. You're just standing there on the line, just ass on the salad side, shipping. It's grass.
That's fertilizer, so I can grow my own herbs.
So you can grow your
fertilizer
own
for my basil.
The vegans will love it.
Yeah, we grow our own basil in the back. Where do you grow it? In the piles of shit that the centaur leaves behind.
It's processed basil.
It's centaur basil.
I was about to say, what are we talking about? What?
It's like that
Minotaur.
You go to the Minotaur for your...
Also, that was like That was also the first one that popped in my head, so I just kind of go with first things that I think of.
I don't know. If you're talking about like a kitchen brigade, though, or runners, we'll talk about runners themselves, food runners. Why not Mercury? Fuck, man, throw him in the mix. Let him fucking get up and go.
That's valid.
Either if you go Mercury or Hermes, either way, they're both fucking basically they are waiters. Like if you look at their entire history, if you took the mythology out of it and just took that character and put it in a restaurant, and then it would be like, oh no, that totally makes sense. So the boss tells him to go run to table 3 because table 3 ordered some apples, so he has to go talk to table 3, then fly over to table 4. This guy on table 7's got a quest going on. He needs the waiter.
I know. I don't think they seem like waiters. They're more like impatienters. You know,
the opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah. I would have to go with Shiva in the kitchen.
Oh my God, Shiva the Destroyer in your kitchen?
Shiva the Destroyer, all those arms, and she's making some badass Indian food. Well, she's got recipes and she's got hands.
Brought her own knife as well?
Exactly, she's got a knife. Sure, there's a head. She's got to deal with the head that she's holding, but...
So another cool reason that a Minotaur would be cool is you could literally ride a coworker without it being sexual.
Okay, that's definitely a solid there, Timmy. Jesus.
Hey, bro, can I catch a ride home?
Get your ride home, dog.
Yeah.
Mythical creatures in the kitchen is the conversation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just want a sweaty, overweight chick named Rhonda that makes short coochie boards.
Yeah.
Short coochie boards.
Yeah.
The short coochie boards with the cheese and nuts and.
Oh, hey there! I'm here to make some of these charcuterie boards. Do you mind if I smoke my Pall Malls on the line?
Don't worry, I make ranch as well.
Yeah, I got a good batch of ranch brewing.
Leather cigarette holders that everybody's aunt had back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Funny
the
thing,
little leather cigarette holders.
I know exactly what you're talking about, bud. And like thinking about it, here come May, I'll have spent 27 years cooking professionally, and my very first job. Yes, there was an old ass granny lady sitting on a stool by the flat top, just flipping burgers, cigarette in her fucking mouth, no fucks to give, just fucking slinging the fucking burgers. Sometimes I miss cooking back in the 90s.
Well, I know it reminds me of my grandma. Everything smelled like cigarettes, and after 20 plus years of cooking, I still don't know how she made pumpkin bread in old coffee ground tin containers. You know the old Folgers containers that were
Folgers ones? Yeah.
She would literally bake her pumpkin bread in those damn tin containers. And to this day, I don't understand how that worked out.
Apparently it was delicious because you didn't forget it.
Yeah. And the Alzheimer's hasn't set in because you didn't forget it.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Not yet.
Baking in old Folgers or Maxwell cans. I don't think they even sell those tin cans anymore. I think it's all gone plastic or whatever.
Yeah, I mean you can find
it's all plastic. Yeah, it's all plastic now.
Yeah, even the ones that look tin are plastic lined or fake plastic.
Not even a proper alloy mixture. Just fucking plastic.
Talking about throwback.
Yeah.
Talking about throwback stuff.
Oh my God. You got a fucking Care Bear?
Care Bear.
Holy shit. For all our guests, Joe right now is holding up an authentic Care Bear.
We've got a Care Bear in the house.
Oh, wow. That's the first
don't
one.
Ask.
We have a don't ask, don't tell policy on the Care Bears.
Okay. I'll respect that one. Jeez. Man. All right.
That's weird.
Yeah. No shit. Speaking about asking, how about this one for both y'all, or all three y'all, whatever? Would you rather cook on a blimp or in a submarine?
Blimp.
Okay. Blimp, yeah. Yeah. And I think
is it a blimp?
You
is it a blimp or is it a Zeppelin? Because if it's a Zeppelin, I'd rather the Submarine because I don't want to blow up.
Yeah.
Well, that's things to consider. I mean, if you're on a blimp, I'd hope you
You
have
know
induction burners or something.
Yeah.
You know what they say about submariners, right? 30 men go down, 15 couples come up.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
The
Fucking
love tube.
just disrespecting the seamen out there.
But what's his name?
Oh, can we cook on one? Who is it? Samoa Joe? Oh, man. And I personally, I'd have to go a submarine because I fucking hate flying no matter what. But the biggest downside to the submarine, and keep the seaman jokes out of this whole fucking thing, all right? Disrespecting those guys, but...
Just like the food, keep the semen out of it.
Yeah.
I just told you to do that, and you repeated it right back to me. The only downside I could really see, the downside of this one, is really short, like ceilings. I'm not the smallest dude in the world, and 5'10", I think, is like the working space you'd be in, or something.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So yeah, let's up the ante here a little bit, make it a little bit better. So instead of it's not a military submarine. We're going like almost sci-fi level submarine, like
a James Cameron one,
like a James Cameron one, or a fucking 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea type of situation. There's walking room. There's people
like
who have
Nemo thing.
Yeah, Nemo thing, but not the one that gets found. Yeah, and then take that same thing and apply it to the sky ship. You know what I mean? The blimp.
Whoa, okay, so like we're definitely up in the ante on this.
We're up
one.
in the ante.
All right, I would definitely number one, love to cook on that oil platform that was in James Cameron's The Abyss. One of fucking great movie growing up with, and that oil platform was solid. It scientifically made sense to me. And so I'd have no problem cooking in that one. It had really tall ceilings.
Just you trying to bake down there. I can't find a single fucking recipe that's set for 13,000 feet under sea level.
It almost seems like you kind of did work in a submarine, Jeff. I mean, down there in the bowels of what was that place called? Damn it!
Fuck.
The Abyss.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah, and that was a brief interlude in my life. I was trying to help out a friend and got kind of stuck in that kitchen for 8 months and didn't really care for things. But that one was not too fucking great, I mean, the line itself.
Well, that's just like that kitchen, just down. It's just being underground is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is weird, and the kitchen was kind of tucked back off in the very forgotten corner of the restaurant. I mean, man, when cooking on that line, it was fucking tight. I had to crouch my head. Yeah, not a fun time. I was really hoping to forget about all that.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, Lady Falconberg. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh.
It went through some names.
I never got to see the kitchen there. It was a basement kitchen?
There's three or four different names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Down
whole
the
thing's a
rabbit hole.
basement, I think.
Yeah, that's the most recent one. Was down the rabbit hole, and before that, it was actually popular there. I've heard in town, in the early '90s or something like that. I don't know. It was a nightmare. I heard of some serious really weird voodoo fucking rituals that went on there between off-duty line cooks, and this is before my time, but it was pretty heavy by the descriptions. As far as painting bloods on the floors and fucking candles burning and shit like that.
That was
Well, I would
some
say,
legit voodoo.
A couple weeks. It probably wasn't, but a couple months before the three of you guys moved to Durango, that place was still open as Lady Falconberg's, and it was hopping. It was always busy.
Huh.
But then for some reason they shut it down, and that's when it started changing from one thing to another.
That's all that voodoo, man.
That could have been it. There was something going on there.
Yeah.
It could have also been the owners, which
I mean, a place that has over 100 beers serves curly fries with nacho cheese on the side. I mean, damn. I mean, who could not like that?
true.
Yeah.
Why would they ever close that down?
No kidding. I recall.
I mean, you had me at nacho cheese before you even said the word beer.
Is that like a bowl of nacho cheese I can just do stuff with?
Well, that's why my first marriage didn't last, because she wouldn't let me have a nacho chease fountain at our wedding reception.
Oh, fuck that.
Well,
big tell right there.
Yeah,
big tell.
But you wanted a ranch fountain, right?
Nacho cheese fountain with cheesy gordita crunches on big platters for people to dip in.
I can just see just to get it ready, just a cement mixer, old school all metal cement mixer full of Velveeta with just a blowtorch held to the side. Just heating up more cheese for the fountain.
Yep, the rest of the world calls it
That
fondue.
sounds horrible.
This is America. We call it nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese. Throw some more, just a shovel full of pico into the cement mixer. We need more queso dip.
I don't know, Joe. You might have pitched it wrong. Like, instead of saying nacho cheese, you should have just told her like a fondue fountain.
It's a fondue fountain. Don't mind the cement mixer.
Not bad, not bad.
He's gonna get married. He's gonna get married at the melting pot. I think that was actually a thing back in the 90s.
Yeah, it was the fancy place to go.
Good God. Where are you coming from to where I mean, it's classier to get married on a whim in Vegas than probably at a melting pot, if you ask me. At least you can say you're in Vegas. Well, does Vegas have melting pots? Now I think about it.
Yeah, that's the real classy move right there. Yeah, I married a Vegas stripper, but don't worry, it was at a melting pot. It was a real classy occasion. We had some fondue, a little melted chocolate to finish with. Neither of us shat right for the whole honeymoon.
You're talking about strippers in Vegas. Did y'all ever hear about that? Hear that story of that dude went to the strip club for his bachelor party and thought he got an STD because he did a stripper in the ass. And they did all these tests, and he didn't have an STD. So he finally went back to the doctor because he was in so much pain. His cock was just like all red and swollen. And basically, they went to do another test, and they found a jalapeno seed in his urethra.
Oh.
Yeah. I've heard varying different versions of
spicy
that.
food.
Yeah, but chew.
Man,
So I guess the moral of the story is make sure you ask the stripper if she had nachos for lunch.
Yeah. Were you hitting up that cement mixer full of queso earlier? Or?
What an
Don't worry, I
unfortunate circumstance.
deep-seated all the jalapenos.
Like some kid out there, like about to get married, is gonna have himself a good time, and that like just a bad circumstance right there. Maybe he should have a splooged harder to keep that shit out.
Yeah, it's because he has weak seed.
Oh man. Maybe like that stripper's trying to superpower a baby or something. Like, some fucking the jalapenos in that shit, mix it with that seed, put that back out.
I think it was a plant. I think she put the seed up there. It didn't go down the other way. She's like, he's going to try to slip it in the back door and pull the old oops on me. So what I'm going to do is store a fucking jalapeno seed pod in my ass.
Well,
which would have to be the most excruciating thing a human being could do, but...
Jeez.
Well, you can't blame him for putting it in the back door. It's always better when the stripper's crying. Shit.
Yeah. Okay. At least like these days, she didn't confuse the KY jelly with Gorilla Glue. I mean, fuck,
went quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think that they're buffering.
Uh-oh.
Buffer.
I can hear you guys. I can hear you.
You just heard the Polly Shore buffering.
Buffer. Can you guys see us and hear us now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
well,
hey.
actually, no, I don't see you. I see a map, and I see Dusty's shoulder, and I see Jeff's shoulder.
Oh, that's funny. Our little map is, I forgot about the map. We're showing you the way to the treasure, Joe. You must find the secret land.
I mean, it's the same as last time. It's just me and Tim looking at each other this whole time.
I guess I should do that.
See, I see the top of your head. Joe.
Oh,
There you go. There, I can now see all of Joe. Oh, and a bed.
And a bed. Oh, shit. I told you we were going to have to post this episode on Pornhub.
Fuck. The Bangover episode, day after Valentine's Day. Here we all are. Jesus.
The Bangover. I
I've
still
been
like that
hungover
idea
all day.
as a pop-up restaurant that opens one day every year.
February 15th.
February 15th. And it just served brunch on the day after Valentine's Day, only for tables of one.
Well, so and you know what you could do is you could just rent out the spirit places that are there for Halloween and just make it the Bangover on the 14th.
Yeah. Listen,
It's one day less than a month away from Steak and BJ Day.
What's Steak and BJ Day? I want to get in on that one.
that sounds like my
Steak
kind of
and-
holiday.
Yeah, it's every March 14th, 1 month to the day of Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is for the ladies. So 1 month later, you get Steak and BJ Day. Your
and
girl's
BJ
supposed to buy you a steak and give you a blowjob.
That sounds like a fun day. I want to make that a real holiday.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need to push that.
Actually,
I'm
Actually,
in support.
if you were to ask anybody in the city of Houston, Texas, about Steak and BJ Day, they would know exactly what I'm talking about.
You know what? Now that you mention it, that totally does sound like it would actually be a celebrated holiday in Houston. Yeah, like I could totally see. Like, why are
Well,
the
the
banks
Rock-
closed on March 14th? Steak and BJ Day.
Does it only work if you
The
have a
rock
girlfriend?
station, the radio station, the rock radio station in Houston, has a morning show, and the guy that does the morning show, he's the one that started it like 10 years ago. They started pushing this steak. You can Google it. It pops up. Steak and BJ Day.
We need to get that on national calendars.
Nice.
We need to spread awareness.
That gives me one reason to want to move to Texas.
Well, I'm fully confident that we could push this word out there. I mean, listeners, March 14th is now a national holiday. Steak and BJ's. Please make it real.
We got to come up with a better name than Steak and BJ Day, though. Like, there's got to be something classier. Like,
I know, like
I don't
they called salmon and pussy eating day Valentines. They gave that a fancy day. So Steak and BJ Day we should have something fancy for that too, right?
Yeah, sure. Like a Carne Falatio. Carne Falatio Day.
Happy Carne Falatio, everybody!
Carne Cicada.
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 Yeah, that was fucking easy. All right, next question.
Next question. Yeah. What are we doing next? Solving world hunger? What? World peace? We just figured that out.
Damn, not bad at all. All right, so how about this one? For all three of you guys, what is your favorite celebrity that you have cooked for or would love to cook for?
I haven't cooked for a lot of
Favorite
celebrities, so.
I think I've only cooked for one that I really know of. And he's not really a celebrity. He's kind of a douchebag.
Like Ron Jeremy? What?
Damn it. Shit. He's a rapper.
50 cents?
I can't remember. Damn it.
That really narrows it down.
No,
Oh,
I
man.
know. He's the one the grill made the grills all big.
Little Wayne.
Nah, shit.
Little John?
No,
Big
Bruins.
Wayne.
Little Bow Wow.
He's from Houston. I can't remember his name.
Oh.
Paul Wall.
Ah.
Paul Wah?
Oh.
Oh. I guess I don't know my rappers
Paul
too
Wall. I don't know.
Paul Wall.
well. Okay. Well,
Yeah, you would know if you heard some of the music, but
I probably
it's
wouldn't be
just
quite honest.
stupid rap.
Yeah. Well, what
I've
celebrity
only
would
cooked
you
for
cook?
Charlie Daniels and Chris Pontius, the
Oh.
party boy guy from Jackass. Those are my
Oh,
only two that I know of, anyways. So
Yeah. I recall cooking for Charlie Daniels. I mean, he was really.
We did that one
I wouldn't be
times.
surprised if all three of us had cooked for him at some point, or all four of us.
Yeah, quite a possibility.
Yeah, he got around this neck of the woods, so
for sure.
Oh no, we did. I think you too, Tim. Not really famous, but Dusty even maybe also cooked for what was the black politician?
Nelson Mandela.
No, he was almost running for president when Obama was.
Oh, what was that guy's name?
Ben Carlson?
Yeah.
Is it Ben Carlson?
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, it's a politician, Ben Carlson. I know, Tim, you and me cooked for him at the Strader.
Okay.
They had some meeting,
I mean,
in the room next to the kitchen there.
Who knows? I may have cooked for some other, like, Colorado celebrities at the Strayer, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So if I could choose a celebrity, though, I'd want to cook for, like, a supermodel, because then all I have to do is, like, put out salad. So I'm done.
Just a quick, easy cook.
Exactly.
It's actually just a leaf of lettuce with the essence of a carrot rolled across it.
Well, we can just get the supermodel to lay on the table, and we can lay out some sushi on her.
So that could be fun.
That's a thing, right?
Maybe if we get it sponsored one day.
I'm not big on sushi. Can we do sloppy joes?
Some risotto.
Risotto.
One long spaghetti noodle.
With 4 ends.
Oh,
Jesus.
I love to say I had the distinct pleasure of cooking for Sam Elliott once. And
oh, nice.
Yeah. I've actually, thinking about it, cooked for a few different, like, big name people or whatever, accidentally. But Sam Elliott was true to the character. I mean, he looked and acted exactly like he just stepped off a fucking movie scene of, like, The Big Lebowski or something like that, I mean, I really like good.
Well, isn't he the type of actor that he doesn't really do characters? He just plays himself in anything he's in.
Straight up, like there's absolutely no difference.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever even like tried to start acting. People just like followed him around the camera, basically.
It helps him that characters are designed after him.
Yeah,
and even when they look up historical ones, they're like, historically, what was this guy like? And they look up a picture and it's Sam Elliott. Like, oh my God. We should probably just get Sam Elliott for this one.
I'm pretty sure they actually even like trademarked his mustache. I mean, in whatever like mustache Hall of Fame is out there, like he's definitely top 3.
Oh,
I just wonder how much it's insured for.
His mustache.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. That's such a weird thought too. Just that like part of your mustache cinches off. You're like, fuck. Well, better file a claim with my mustache insurance.
So, Joe, do you remember at on the Strader line at the bell line how the grill wouldn't light properly, so you had to like turn it on and then light it with a match or whatever? It would just like flare up. I burned off like a big portion of my beard one time by lighting that thing because it wouldn't light forever, and then it just goes poof, and a big old chunk of beard burned off. It was pretty funny.
You should have had your beard insured.
Lucky enough, I never really worked that line. I was always up at the front line, and I'm glad because that line sucked.
Yeah, that line's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But they redid everything. They redid the whole kitchen in the Strader, so I don't know how it is anymore. But that was back at our time.
Yeah, that place had some demons. like all up in it. Yeah.
What is it?
Evil equipment.
I'm just depressed. I will not be there to see Plasmeyer's glory hole come to a completion.
Oh no.
Because there's literally a hole in the bathroom. If you're sitting on the shitter, it's in the wall to your left, And every time Plasmeyer would go in there to take a shit, which was like 2 or 3 times a day, he would stick his pen in the hole and just turn it. And the hole slowly got and he did it for 8 years, apparently.
Just slowly whittling away on a glory hole.
And old Andy Dufresne was just slowly bringing the rocks back out to the yard.
But the funny part about it is it doesn't lead anywhere except to the dish pit. And if you worked there when me and Tim worked there and Dusty worked there, you would know that the people that worked at that dish pit, you would not want them to come close to you in general, much less close to a glory hole.
Yeah. I know we had mentioned it on a previous episode, but someone literally ran off with the fucking Vitamix plunger in their ass there.
I knew you were going to say that.
Vitamix plunger.
Yeah. That thing is hardy and not beveled either.
You know, I ran into him one time at 3:30 in the morning. He was just randomly walking around the airport in Durango.
Okay.
That's so random for Durango, too, because our airport is not at all in town.
Yeah.
Or an overnight one. I mean, like, last flight comes and goes, like, what, like at 8 o'clock maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that. But it's also not much of an airport. There's 2 terminals.
You have to walk on the runway to get to the plane, okay? You know?
Was Fabian. Yeah. Fabian the dishwasher that stole the Vitamix so he could take it home. And not the Vitamix, but the plunger.
Yeah.
So he could take it home and shove it up his ass.
Yeah.
Well, you know, to each his own. Whatever makes you happy.
What trip was he on? I mean, where has he gotten in life?
He was on what they call methamphetamines. That's why he was walking around the airport in Durango at 3:30 in the morning.
Well, okay.
Probably walked out to the airport too.
Yeah. Gotta whack back.
I wanted a
Quiznos.
Quiznos. Is there a Quiznos at the airport?
Jeez.
There's always a Quiznos at the airport.
An Orange Julius.
An Orange Julius. That's the only place Quiznos and Orange Julius exist anymore.
Speaking of like a...
that is probably true about the Orange Julius for sure. I missed the good old Corn Dog 7. I don't know if y'all ever had Corn Dog 7.
No.
Corn Dog 7?
Like out of 7-Eleven, I'm assuming, or...
No, it's just a corn dog joint that they had in malls across the country back in the 90s.
Oh.
Nice.
All right, as our friend Harry would say, American dogs.
Yeah, America dog. That's what they call them in Japan.
The best thing to get there wasn't corn dogs. Actually, they're like a corn dog, but instead of a hot dog, it was cheese.
Oh, damn!
Oh,
now we be talking.
So
America dog, Wisconsin style.
Everything keeps coming back to cheese with me for some reason today.
Oh man,
cheese and jalapenos.
Cheese and jalapenos.
Speaking of late night wanderers, I got kind of a funny one for you, and I'm not even going to make up a name for him because he's all of our friends, and he could probably tell the story better himself. But I just heard this yesterday. Our boy Claude, all right, in town with a lady Katie, you know, like on the whole Valentines thing, got a hotel, you know, like went out like one day, got like tacos from me, then like another day, like went out for like brunch or whatever, and all that jazz. Well, after all that, they spent the whole shift at the Roadhouse, like the whole shift, open to close, you know, with maybe like popping out to like get more food or something like that. And they get back to the hotel, and Claude, like as he explained it to me, was just at the tail end of a really good mushroom trip, and really fucking needed some McDonald's. Like, was not gonna like say no to McDonald's right now. And so he leaves the hotel like in his pajama bottoms and like a hoodie or something like that, and tries to walk through the drive-thru at McDonald's. That, as we know, doesn't particularly work out so well.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, okay, fuck it. You know, I mean, there's like a line of cars behind me, and they got out-of-town license plates. Like, I'll offer to buy like one of them, like their whole fucking meal, if I could sit in their car and order myself a meal. So he goes down like through this line of fucking cars in like the drive-through, and you got like people just from way out of state, like looking at Claude like he's a fucking psychotic. And Claude himself is like, "Yeah, I know exactly how this looks. Trust me, I'm not psychotic. I just really want some McDonald's, and I will pay for your whole fucking meal." You know?
Yeah.
That didn't work out so well for him. And so like he ends up like strolling like away from McDonald's, and Scott pulls over, and Claude's like, "God damn it. Okay, here we go. You know, fine, whatever." The cop rolls down his window like, "Claude, are you okay?" Apparently the cop knew Claude. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm good. I just want some fucking McDonald's, man." So they chat for a second. He never got his McDonald's, but he did go like raid like Speedway for like frozen burritos and fucking melted canned cheese, whatever.
The bomb.
The bomb, yeah.
They don't stock that anymore. They went to like a completely different type of frozen style burritos. The bomb is not even.
No. That.
I mean, I want my fucking Granditos back, okay? I want my Granditos more than I want a quarter-pound fucking spicy bite hot dog from 7-Eleven. They just don't stock them here anymore.
I ate one of those one time, and never again.
Oh,
Well, they'll wreck you.
It punished me for 2 days straight.
well,
Shoots the bomb explosive.
It was bad.
yeah.
It was actually probably about the same reason Claude ended up getting it, because when I had one of those Granditos, it was after leaving Oreos at 3 a.m. McDonald's wasn't open. And so you end up going to the gas station there. And those are horrible, Jeff.
Yeah.
The bomb is horrible. The bomb is ill-proportioned, and the cheese always ends up in some fucking napalm pocket, like on one side, and like it's just not balanced out. Like it's not even seasoned correctly. But Granditos are the shit, my friend. You know. Well, I once I think Timmy, like you looked into like what a case of Granditos would cost, and it was kind of ridiculous, like $200 or something. I mean,
yeah, it wasn't that much, but it was like 46 or something. But that's
same difference.
That's a big difference.
A lot of shipping, probably, huh?
Yeah, it was like $35 in shipping because it has to like remain frozen or whatever. So that's why it was so expensive. It was like $12 for a case, but then $25 for shipping.
Well, also they have to pay extra because everyone who comes in contact with the box gets diarrhea. Like, just shipping them is a dangerous game.
It might be how I prevented the Rona all these days. It's just eating all the fucking Granditos as they came into town.
Eating the town out of Granditos. I miss the big city walk-up windows. In Portland, that was one of my favorite things. Is McDonald's and Taco Bell, I think, also had a walk-up window.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like beside the drive-thru. So you'd just get a line of drunk people just walking up to the window, ordering their food, scarfing down burgers while leaning against a building.
Was it barred? Like, was it like a bank window, you know, or something?
Yeah, well, it was.
Like bulletproof glass and shit?
Yeah. And it was all the way down on Burnside, too. So it was pretty much wherever you were coming from. Like, it was a commitment to get to that walk-up window. Or you were homeless. Because the bridge was right there, but the housing was way up over there.
Oh, Burnside. I miss that fucking road. I mean, except for like the whole like only right turns on Burnside. That sucks. Like when you're coming like from, I guess, west to or east to west into downtown Portland and you go over the Burnside Bridge, there's nothing but like right turns that you can make for fucking how many like blocks, like 50 blocks or something.
Yeah. Well, that's where I came up with my old classic phrase: two rights don't make a two rights don't make a wrong, but three rights make a left.
On Burnside, yeah.
On Burnside, yeah. It was like, we got to go left. How do we do that? We go right, and then we go right, and then we go right, and now we go straight. Boom, left turn.
Yeah. Silly design on that fucking part of downtown Portland, but hey, they're making this shit up as they went 100 years ago.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, another random fucking question for all y'alls. What type of cuisine haven't you got to cook yet that you really want to? are like an ingredient or like, from scratch style.
Yeah, professionally.
Yeah.
I've never cooked Indian food. I thought that would be kind of fun.
All right, like straight up like Indian, like their version on curries, which I guess they invented curries.
I don't think really I have either. Maybe once or twice. Definitely not professionally cooked Indian food.
And I'd also like to work with a tandoori oven. I think that'd be fun too.
That would be the shit.
Ooh,
I agree with you on that one.
That would be cool.
I don't know though. Like both you guys have made chutneys, and that originated in India. That's kind of like their thing, right? So.
Yeah, that just means when I say Indian food, I think more curry than anything.
Yeah.
Okay, curry and chutney.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I've made chutneys too, but I wouldn't exactly say that qualifies me as having cooked Indian food.
Well, a component, just a component to the dish, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just one of those things. You go buy all these spices and spend so much money on them, and then you don't cook it that often.
Yeah.
So you end up with all these ingredients that you don't really use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention where I'm at, you probably couldn't find half the shit anyways.
Man, I think you've had that problem before, Joe. Like I remember us talking a while ago at the bar about like not having like a good Asian fucking market here to go get some fucking duck at or whatever, and even like a.
Well, yeah, that's because I lived in Houston for so long. I was so used to, if you wanted Asian, they had Asian supermarkets the size of Costco.
Yeah.
And you could go in and literally buy like a silk chicken, like a black skinned chicken.
How far away is Prescott from Phoenix? It's not far. Right?
I'm an
hour.
I'm an hour and 15 minutes basically from downtown Phoenix area.
So, I mean, you can drive an hour to get whatever you want.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, it's not. I definitely could.
Yeah. It's still a commitment, though. Like, I'm with you there.
I'll tell you the drive, and I don't know how many times you've taken 17 north, heading like towards Flagstaff. But on the weekends, especially during the summertime, it is bumper to bumper. And that hour drive can easily turn into 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's because everybody's trying to get out of the heat of Phoenix and come up to, Sedona or Flagstaff and go camping and, go to Lake Powell and all that kind of
crap. It's funny, though. I've been in a car with you before, Joe, and when you say it's an hour and 15-minute drive, I mean, probably legally that's around like a 2-hour drive, but you get on top of it.
What, me? I don't drive fast.
Well, you don't drive slow. Hey, you do drive slow on the fucking mountain roads, though. I do miss those 4x4 like fucking journeys we went on. Like that was a lot of fun.
Those were fun.
Yeah, I highly appreciate you like taking me out into the fucking area that I live in, where you could only go with a 4x4.
Yeah, try to do more of that here, but it's too goddamn hot.
Well, let's see here.
So you got to go right now where it's not hot.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, I mean, like the mountains across from me right now. I live near a mountain. Basically the mountain Jerome sits on.
Yeah,
and there's snow up there still.
Oh yeah.
So even get on those 4-wheel drive trails in the snow. It's not good.
That's true. Well, give it a month.
And then it'll be too hot.
It'll be Arizona summer. Yeah.
Way too hot to go 4x4. Fuck.
Give it a month. I'll be all fucking burnt out from steak and BJ day. or what did we call it? Carne Falatio?
Carne de Falatio.
Carne Sacana.
Carne Sacana.
I vote for Falatio, but hey.
I don't know. I mean, a 4-wheel drive, and for the 3 hours I would spend across the highway and the mountain, I could be in Vegas in that amount of time.
Right around March 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that might have been where I got COVID, was when I was in Vegas last.
Ah, shit.
Oh yeah.
It seems like
I don't
that's
know,
where
though.
they would have it.
Did it come with a jalapeno seed?
Yeah.
No, they sprinkled COVID on my 48-ounce tomahawk ribeye.
That's kind of what I thought.
Mm.
Did it taste different?
How'd it smell?
I'm just
Actually, the
curious.
last-
I mean,
I think that's actually like the last meal that we ate before not being able to taste.
oh damn, yeah.
Because when you have COVID, you can't. A lot of people, which both me and Kendra both lost our sense of taste and smell.
Oh wow, yeah.
God, fucking detrimental for.
Thankfully, we still had it though when we ate at Smith and Lewinsky's because it would have been a hell of a big waste of money if you couldn't taste anything.
No shit. You brag about paying for an expensive meal.
Well, that was my birthday meal that
Oh.
she bought me.
Yeah. Ain't no worries there. Fucking.
Yeah.
Man, like
Truffled mac and cheese and a steak the size of my face.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. Fuck
They
this.
actually come out and they melted beef tallow over the steak before they served it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Not bad.
Yeah, that's fucking classy.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like the beef tallow thing. Like you're making a candle out of beef tallow. Like the wick, is it edible too? I mean, like what the fuck is in the wick? I mean, how do you like burn something to melt?
Bacon.
Fireball whiskey. Fireball whiskey, all right? This is in the wick.
Sure is. I know it's Monday.
There's some Wickersham joke in there, isn't there?
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's what he always drank was Fireball.
I know. That's what
Man, inside jokes on inside jokes on inside jokes.
The layers.
Yeah. God, I'm hungover.
Well, you look fucking fantastic. I don't know. I guess I skipped the hangover by waking up drunk and decided not to quit yet. Sure, I'll get
Oh,
talked
no,
to.
that's the thing. That's the thing. I woke up drunk and now it's wearing off.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Quick.
I just a couple minutes ago, I downed a bunch of water too, so that doesn't. It's just kicking.
Oh, shit.
The
For some reason, I
Bangover.
have plans on making a big pot of chili,
Nice.
and I don't know. That's starting not to sound like a good idea.
Oh, shit. Well, I mean, kick back, think about it for a minute, and I think you'll get inspired or go to sleep, one of the two.
Yeah. One of those two will happen.
No, I'll make the chili. For some reason, it sounds good. But I want a big baked potato smothered in chili.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I haven't done that in a while. I'm going to make that for dinner soon.
Yeah, I think we all got a little chili inspiration there.
Oh, geez, the potato pot.
Yeah. I'll get out my
The chili's
cement
nice
mixer.
because it's just the two of us, so I make a pot of chili, and it's so much chili that, fucking freeze half of it.
Yeah.
And then on a day I don't feel like cooking shit, just pull that fucker out.
Actually, that's a good point. I got chili in the freezer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so do I.
I forgot about that. I don't need to make more chili. I need to pull the chili out of the freezer.
Maybe touch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I just need to get a baked potato, though. I don't have any baked potatoes. I don't have any russets. I've just had some of the yellow potatoes.
Like the Yukons?
The Yukon.
Yukons, yeah.
I used to just slice those up and pan fry them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I like those because I just like to oven roast them, and then also I like them better for mashed potatoes and
Wow.
Need to get you some duck fat and make some potato anna.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn. How about like a duck fat tallow thing? And be like, can they fucking make duck tallows?
Duck tallows?
That'd be fun. Or DuckTales, duck
It's
tallows.
weird. It's weird.
I tried to remember the fucking theme song.
Woohoo!
Oh, there it is.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Timmy with the save.
Yeah. Good one, Timmy.
Tailspin.
Tailspin.
Oh yeah, that fucking. It was like a big bear. What was that bear's name?
Oh, it's fucking. That was a Tailspin. Okay, so Tailspin was a real weird crossover because it was Baloo from the Jungle Book flying a plane. He was the same Baloo from the Jungle Book, although the story did not fit in with the Jungle Book whatsoever. Like, they just used that character because they still had him and brought him into it. I watched a whole thing talking about that, the strangeness of that cartoon, because you literally, like, if you were keeping it canon, Baloo goes from being naked in the jungle, saying goodbye to Mowgli, to like, well, time to go get my pilot license and start wearing clothes.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
that was a fighter jacket.
Yeah, get a fighter jacket. Still hanging dong. You don't wear pants if you're a cartoon. It's the beauty of being a cartoon.
Yeah,
you just suck your dong back into yourself.
Why don't cartoons wear pants? Oh, although Mickey Mouse wore pants, no shirt.
He did.
So I don't know.
I thought Mickey Mouse wore shorts.
Yeah, he wore shorts.
Okay, shorts.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, shorts, pants, short pants. Same thing. His legs are disproportionate anyway.
Who would you say is your favorite cartoon character of all time?
Bart Simpson.
Roger Rabbit.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
That is
Jessica Rabbit. That's my new favorite. Sorry, Jessica Rabbit is my favorite.
Jessica Rabbit.
Slowpoke
Rodriguez.
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Hey man, I'm hungry.
I love how Slowpoke and Speedy beat cancel culture. I love that whole story too. How everyone came out and they're like, they're racist, cancel them. And then the whole Mexican community came out and they're like, no, don't.
They're hilarious.
We fucking love those guys. What are you doing canceling them?
They're not racist. They're drug addicts.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like if as an adult you watch Slowpoke and you're like,
Slowpoke's on Xanax and Speedy is on meth.
Yeah. See, I always I guess I always dumbed it down. I always just assumed coke and weed. The counterparts are speed and weed, because Speedy running around and then Slowpoke's always doing the same thing, like, oh hey, I gotta go get some food. I'm hungry.
Where's it at?
It's
behind the big angry fucking cat, man. Just get behind the big angry cat, you'll be fine.
Do you see the fucking cat? Yeah.
Never once.
Never once. That's what I want to see, the very special episode where they both OD. They're dealing with Speedy freaking out. I need it, man. I fucking need it.
Oh, geez. Having like switched driver seats like throughout a journey, and it's going to be the end of both of them.
Yeah. We're in bad country.
Jeez.
Oh,
yeah. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about like taking a sick break myself. You want to like do a wrap on this? You guys want to keep on chatting? I'm all cool either way. I'm starting to wake up finally.
Man, I think we pretty much covered the bases.
Yeah,
I have some stuff I should probably get going and doing. So
that's true. I guess it is still like.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start cooking some chili.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's 1:30. It's 1:30 here, and I'm starting to feel hungover, so I should probably have a drink.
Yeah.
There
you made it past noon.
Well, not all of us can say that.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Joe, thanks again for like popping back on the episode.
It's fucking great having you back on, Joe.
Yeah. I'm sober this time, too.
Yeah.
Not all of us can say
I
that.
probably drank about a fifth of vodka last time we did this.
Yeah, that was a pretty good time.
I don't recall. Must have had fun.
Yeah. I think Jeff kept up with you.
All right. Well, folks, thanks for listening. Timmy, always a great pleasure to see you. Joe, fucking.
Yeah,
buddy. Keep on getting better, and hope to see you come visit soon.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. We'll be back sometime soon.
Nice.
Righto.
Yeah.
Thanks for the warning.
All right.
All right. Cheers, guys. You have a great day.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Later.
Good night.